Hello students, welcome to MNC. This is my fourth lecture in dealing with some of the very important questions which will be coming for your JEE examination in the year 2020. Okay, today we will deal with some of the very important questions. Okay, we are going directly to the question here. If omega, which is not equal to 1, is given, is a complex cube root of unity, and a matrix is given H is equal to omega 0 and 0 omega, then what is H raised to 20? This is a question given to you. Okay, in order to do this question, you have already studied about in the previous lecture. I have studied, I think I have explained what do you mean by cube root of unity. If you doesn't know about that, just go to my previous lecture and see through the video. Okay. Anyway, how to do this question? Okay. See, you know here H is given as, what is H is given? What is H is? H is equal to, it is given as omega 0 0 omega. Okay. Omega 0 0 omega. Okay. And you have to find what H raised to 70. You have to find H raised to 70. In order to do that, see, first of all, in order to do that, first you take H square. What is H square means? What is H square means? You can write H into H by matrix. H into H is H square, right? That you multiply omega 0 0 omega into again with omega 0 0 omega. See, therefore when you multiply, matrix multiplication is applied here. You know how to multiply. You take the row here, and in this matrix you take the column. See how omega into omega, it is omega square, and 0 into omega, it is 0. Same way, multiply this row to this column. Omega into 0 is 0, and 0 is omega, it is 0. Okay. And then you take the second row, 0 into omega, it is 0. Omega plus 0, what is that? It is 0. Again, multiplying, which one? Multiplying, here it is omega, right? Multiplying, you take this row and multiply to this column. See, what is that? Omega into 0. Omega into 0, it is 0. Omega into omega, it is omega square. You know matrix multiplication, right? Yes. Therefore, you get the answer as omega square. You get the answer as which one? Omega square 0 and 0 omega square. This is the answer we are getting here. See, H is given as omega 0 0 omega. You got H square as what? Omega square 0 and 0 omega square. If you going to find H cube, what will be the answer then? By as you again multiply this which omega 0 0 omega, right? H square into H. What is the answer? See, when you go for multiplication, omega square into omega, you can see the answer will be omega cube 0 0 omega cube. This will be the answer. Therefore, the question is to find H raised to 70, right? Then what will be the matrix there? You get the answer as omega raised to 70, 0, 0, omega raised to 70. This is the matrix that you get for the H raised to 70 matrix. See? Do you understand? Here H is given as this thing. When you go to find H square, what is happening? Omega square 0, 0 omega square. When you say H cube, omega cube 0, 0 omega cube. If it's H raised to 70, it will be omega raised to 70, 0 and 0 omega raised to 70. As you know, when you studied about the cube root of unity, you studied that omega cube is equal to 1. Okay. And I told you to find higher powers of omega. See, you have to find omega raised to 70. What is the step to do that? Is that just you divide 70 by 3. If 70 is divided by 3, you see 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, you get the remainder 1 0. You get 3 3s are 9, remainder is 1. Therefore, omega raised to 70, you get omega raised to 70. The value of omega raised to 70 can be corresponded to omega raised to the remainder, omega raised to 1. In the previous lecture, I had explained how to find the higher powers of omega. See, just to divide 70 is divided by 3, you get the answer as remainder as 1. Therefore, you can tell that omega raised to 70 is equal to omega raised to 1. Therefore, you can write here as omega raised to 70 is omega. That means omega 0, 0, omega. What is that? It's a matrix H. Okay, going to the options. Yeah, which option? A is the answer. Therefore, answer is A. Is it clear? Okay. Going to the second question. If P is equal to 1 alpha 3 1 3 3 2 4 4, which is a 3 by 3 matrix given to you, it is said that it is adjoint of a 3 by 3 matrix A. It's adjoint of a 3 by 3 matrix A. And you are given the value of that matrix, determinant value of A. Determinant A is equal to 4. Then what is alpha? Okay, I think you have studied this result in matrix. What? Determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant A raised to n minus 1. Okay, do you remember this result? It's a very important result in matrix. Determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant A raised to n minus 1, wherein, as you know, it is order. Okay. See, here adjoint A is given. Adjoint A is given to you. That is given as P, right? What is P is given? P is given as a matrix 1 alpha 3, right? 1 alpha 3 and 1 3 3. Then what is the last row? 2 4 4. This is adjoint of A is given, right? What you have to do? You have to take the determinant of adjoint. That means you have to take the determinant. You have to take which one? Determinant of adj. Or it means you have to take the determinant of P. You have to take the determinant of P. P is what? It is adjoint of matrix, right? Yeah. Then if you take the determinant of P, how to write? What is P? 1 alpha 3 1 3 3 and 2 4 4. You are going to find the determinant of P. As you already know, in order to find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, by expanding the first row, how to do? 1, remove the corresponding row and column. You know that you write 3 3 and 4 4, right? When you take 1, remove this row and remove this column, right? Then next you have to take which one? You have to take alpha. What alpha? Minus alpha, right? Yes or no? Yeah. You have to take which alpha? Minus alpha. Same way, remove the row which is corresponding to alpha and remove the column which is with alpha, right? Then you get it 1 3 2 4. Okay, then you take the next element in the first row. What is the next element here? It is 3, right? What 3? It means plus 3. Okay, same way, what to do? Remove the row corresponding to 3 and corresponding to 3, remove the column which is with 3, which is corresponding to 3, right? Then you get this matrix 2 by 2. That's what? 1 3 2 4. Okay, now to solve this one, 1 into 3 into 4, it is 12 minus 12, right? Again, minus alpha into 1 into 4 minus, then you multiply 3 into 2, 6. Again, plus 3 into 1 into 4, it is 4, minus 2 into 3, it is 6. That means you get the answer as 1 into 0, minus alpha into which 2? Minus 2, and plus 3 into 4 minus 2, it is also minus 2. That means you get the answer as what? 0 minus alpha into minus 2 alpha, it is plus 2 alpha. And here 3 into minus 2, what is that? It is minus 6. Therefore, what happened? You got determinant of adjoint A as 2 alpha. Yeah? The answer of this is 2 alpha minus 6. See. Okay. Then, as per the result I have already explained earlier. What's that? Determinant of adjoint A is equal to, what's that? Determinant A raised to n minus 1. In this question, determinant A is given to you. The value of that determinant A is equal to 4. See, what is the result? Determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant A raised to n minus 1. What is the determinant of adjoint A? You find that it is 2 alpha minus 6. What is determinant A? As per the question, it is 4 raised to n minus 1. Raised to n minus 1, where n is the order. Here it is a 3 by 3 matrix. That means n is equal to 3. N will be equal to what? N is equal to, it is 3. Therefore, 4 raised to 3 minus 1. You got it? Determinant of adjoint is equal to determinant A raised to n minus 1. That means 2 alpha minus 6 is equal to, the value of determinant of adjoint is 2 alpha minus 6, which is equal to determinant A. What is the determinant A? The value of determinant A is 4 here, raised to n minus 1. What is n here? N is the order. That means, what is that? N is the order. That means, n minus 1. What is n? N is the order. That means it is 3. Therefore, it is 3 minus 1. Therefore, you can write as, what is the answer you get here? 2 alpha, I'm writing here, Therefore, 2 alpha minus 6 is equal to 4 raised to 2. That means 2 alpha minus 6 is equal to 16. That means 2 alpha is equal to 16. Minus 16 goes to the right side, it becomes plus 16. 2 alpha is equal to 22 and alpha is equal to 22 by 2. You get the answer as 11. 11 is the answer. Going to the options, 11 is the option number B. Okay. Therefore, answer for this question is B. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. Going to the third question. Here it is given that if omega not equal to 1 is a cube root of unity and 1 plus omega the whole raised to 7 is equal to, it is given as A plus B omega. Okay. Then the ordered pair AB is equal to, you go for the option A, B, C or D. Okay. Okay, how to do this question? How to do this one? See, this cube root of unity is very important. It always comes in your JEE examinations. As you see in earlier questions, you studied about cube root of unity and you studied the result that 1 plus omega square. That means sum of cube root of unity is always 0. Okay. In this question, you have to find this relationship, right? What is that? 1 plus omega raised to 7 is equal to, given us which one? A plus B omega. Right. Therefore, you have to find 1 plus omega the whole raised to 7. As per this result, you can write as 1 plus omega is equal to minus omega square. See, it goes on right. When omega square goes to the right side, it becomes minus omega square. Therefore, here 1 plus omega the whole raised to 7 can be written as minus omega square raised to 7, which is equal to A plus B omega. See, that means what is omega square whole raised to 7 means? Minus, you take it, see, the power is minus omega square raised to 7, right? It's an odd power. Therefore, minus will be remaining. Therefore, minus omega raised to 2 into 4. That means omega raised to 14 is the answer for that. A plus B omega. See. And I had already taken that in a previous lectures that how to find the power of omega raised to higher powers, right? Here omega is raised to 14. What to do then? You take 14 when you divide by the number 3. Yeah, 14, because as per the result, omega cube is 1 and the omega raised to the power of multiples of 3 is always 1. Therefore, in order to get it as symbol, just to divide the omega, power of omega, it is 14, right? 14 is divided by 3. You see, what will happen here? 4 3s are 12, the remainder is 2. Therefore, you can write omega raised to 14 is equal to, you write omega raised to the remainder, omega square. Both answers will be same. Therefore, you can write here as minus omega square is equal to A plus B omega. See, here it is minus omega square is equal to A plus B omega. See, both LHS and RHS are not same. See, Here it is the second degree, here is the first degree here. As you know that what is minus omega square? What is minus omega square? You know it is what? It is 1 plus omega. That means as per the result you can write, you can write here it is minus omega square, right? Here it is minus omega square. Therefore it will changes to what? You can write it as 1 plus omega is equal to a plus b omega. See, both the LHS and RHS are almost of the same type. See? As we compare the terms on the LHS and RHS, in the place of 1 it is a, right? Therefore you get the value of a as 1. See, in the place of b omega, see, in the place of which one? In the place of which one? In the place of b omega, what it is a b omega is equal to omega, and omega may cancel, b is equal to 1. Therefore you can tell that when you compare on both sides LHS and RHS, okay, you find the coefficients a and b. A is 1 and b is 1. Therefore when you write as ordered pair, you write 1 1. The question is to write what is a b. Okay, that means we can write as 1 1. And 1 1, which option in this question? Option is a. Therefore answer for this question is a is the right answer. Is it clear? Okay, thank you.